So we're working inside here today. We're going to get ready to prep for the cabling for the Jakes. So I've got all these bays open, as you can see, and I'm pulling all these back panels off. Hopefully you can hear over the air, to expose the wire chase. It runs all the way down through here, and I'm working my way behind the kitchen cabinets. So we'll show you kind of how this works. I'm not going to take the top screw out. It's just holding that little piece of wood there, so you don't need to take this one out. Just take one side out there, and then just going to keep traveling down through here, pulling the screws out. Easier for the next. Sorry. Basically gets it all loose. I take and keep all the hardware in the cabinet. And I like to flip this so the formica is up so it doesn't get scratched. Just be careful, that one's got a screw sticking out of it, so you don't want it on top of the other one. It's behind it there. So that gets that all open. This guy here, there's usually little hidden screws, so to see if we can get those out. Sometimes, see, there's usually a screw there, but this one may not come out because it's up against a microwave. We may have to pull the microwave out to get in behind there. So we'll have to see. We'll check that in a minute. Alright, so we got a pathway pretty much all the way front to back behind all these cabinets. Got the microwave out. Behind the microwave. Drawer that goes there, these closets all the way in there, through behind the bedroom, and then all the way into the back there. So you have to remove all this little panels inside of there to get back in there. So we're going to mount some relays and stuff back in there for the Jakes. So we got full access back there. So we got the Smurf tube pulled in behind all these panels. We're just going to put these panels back. They just take all these little screws. And these are a little bit finicky sometimes to line up. We'll do that one first, and then you can do the bottom ones. That's it, all those are closed up. So we're in the way back here above the bed, and we got our little blue Smurf pipe all the way back here. So that's where we'll mount some relays up here for the Jakes. So we'll be able to get our wires from the front to the switch and to the back here. All right, so we got the wiring all pulled to the back the other day. We have wiring going to the front of the bus in that blue tube focus, and then we use this existing chase down that had these big, they're going to the shunt, one of the battery shunts, so we pulled those out and pulled our new wires in down to the Jakes, and then the Jakes are the green and black wire, and then the 2 red wires are for the power. So the power goes down to the buffer switch and then back up again. I'll post, hopefully I can post a picture of the wiring diagram that I used for this, that I made. So then these 3 guys are going to go on the relays up here. So that's going to be the Jake relays. So that'll allow you to be able to select 1 bank or 2 banks. So position 1, 1 bank, position 2, 2 banks. That's why we use the relays. So that's all I got to do is finish connecting this up back here, and then we got to go to the front and put the switches in. So we can plug these in here, and then we'll be all set. Yeah. One of these says R1 on it. There. All right, so we're up front here. We've got these gauges just stood up here because we're adding stuff to this thing. So we put in this accessory position here, I might move that over here, the Jake brake switch. So this is the new Jake brake switch. So you'll have left is position 1 Jakes, right will be position 2 Jakes. So we just put a new switch back in there. It's that guy right there. So we're also testing, we're having the owner of this, previous owner of this bus put a new speedometer in there, and we're trying to figure out the wiring. So I've got some test wiring connected up to try to figure out the wiring issue with that. So, and hopefully that fixes some of the other gauges like the fuel gauge and maybe the tachometer. There was some issues with the tachometer. So we also put a new rear start switch on this. We'll go back to that and take a look at that. We're going to test that now. So as far as I know, most PTs, I don't know what else it is, but you got to have this ignition switch in the front to the start position, or the accessory, I guess you could call it, position before you can start in the back. Well, we have this dangling here right now. We put a new switch in here, so for now it shouldn't work there, but it should work when we turn it to the rear start. There we go. So that turns it over. Yeah, we got some air still, I think, in the fuel system, but come on, Betsy. Have to give her. Hold the stop on, and then we're going to try to crank it over, try to get some fuel in the head. Here's our problem. We just opened this up. We got no fuel in here. So we've had this Raycor system open, so I guess this fuel is probably drained back to the tank. So we're gonna go ahead and, we had taken this Raycor out because it was really filled with crap. So we're gonna go ahead and put a new Raycor in there, and then we'll fill this up. All right, so there's 3 O-rings that come in your new filter kit. So the big one obviously goes on the lid here. We're going to put some diesel fuel on this once we fill it. This one goes inside the lid, basically in here. What I do normally is, so there's also, and then the third one is this little O-ring on this T-handle. So put a new O-ring on the T-handle, and I stick the T-handle through here, and then this one goes over that. So that's the one you got to make sure it stays in place when you put that. And the Raycor just slips down in there. Make sure the little bail handle to pull it out's on the top. that down over the top. We'll put some fuel in here. I'm going to try to fill this all the way to the top. And like I said, take a little bit of that fuel, rub it around on this O-ring. A little bit on that O-ring there. Sits down on there. And tighten that T-handle up. So let's see if that will get our prime now. So we're going to turn it over with the stop on again so we can get the air out. So we just pulled the primary filter and filled it with diesel fuel. It was low, it was down to the bottom almost, so that's definitely another issue. So we got that filled, we got the Raycor filled, so now we'll try to do this again. fast idle buffer. So this is the fast idle cylinder here, and then this is the buffer switch, and then the buffer is actually what you screw in here, so the buffer screw. So we're going to screw this in until we're going to run the engine until we raise the RPM no more than 15 RPMs, and then we'll lock that in place. One that's a little bigger, I guess. I don't know why the optical thing ain't working. Maybe I'm too far away. Start it. We're going to give this a shot. This bus has had trouble cold starting. I think we got the issue solved. I think it was mainly just a plugged up rake core and air infiltration from the rake core gauge. So it was about 49 degrees last night. That's pretty chilly for Florida, so we'll see. And the engine's cold. We haven't turned on the block heater or anything. So we'll see how she starts. Started right up.